First thing you want to do is just carefully peel back the foam. And then we want to pop the strut out. It'll just come out with a screwdriver real easy, and that'll make it easy so you'll have better access to the lock. Next step, after we remove the foam and release the lock strut, we're going to go ahead and remove the old lock. Just as simple as removing the 4 screws. After the 4 screws are removed, just lift up on the lock chamber. Remove the slider out along with the deadbolt. And underneath side, the faceplate and the buttons will come off as one piece. If you keep them upside down, they won't fall out all over the place. So next thing we want to do is put the new lock in. Put the faceplate in, and put the slider in first, slide the faceplate underneath. Be really careful those spacers don't fall off the end of the post on the faceplate. Next thing is put the lock chamber on. But you want to make sure this cam here is in this position when you go ahead and put it back together. If it's all the way down, it's going to bind up the lock. After everything's in place, make sure those spacers lined up so you can get the screws in. Let's go ahead and secure all 4 screws. Sometimes you may need to align them. Good idea is to use a paper clip to realign the spacers and the post holes. Once you get the 2 outer screws in, the interior screws are a lot easier to get in. We suggest that you snug these up, and if you can, put a little Loctite or a little caulking compound or something on the threads of the screws to keep them from vibrating out. Now we want to go ahead and reassemble the strut. Just pop it in, put the clip in place, put the foam in. It should reattach just fine with the glue if you pull it out carefully. One thing you might want to do is after you get it together, put a couple books or something in there and press it down, leave it for a couple hours, and it'll be like brand new. Now we want to go ahead and close the box and test the lock. The lock is working properly. And that's the way you install the lock on the Brute. It's a little finicky because of the spacers, but it certainly can be done. Thank you for being a V-Line customer.